screens. We do this to record our ship out dates, let our customers know that their items are being taken care of. We're going to continue doing this. This is all going to change very soon. So probably about a year from now, you'll see some changes where this won't be in my kitchen anymore. It'll be actually in a warehouse facility where we'll have loading docks and trucks and all other cool stuff, where we're still going to be recording our ship out dates, but on a much larger scale. I'm always going to keep to that tradition right there from the door. But anyway, we're shipping out products for our customers. I just realized the day's the 21st, which I'm glad I didn't do. The other orders ship out. This is the reason why we don't print out the shipping labels ahead of time, because if supplies come in late or anything delays, and we have a shipping label that might expire, we have to go back and we have to redo the label all over again. It costs me money, it costs me time, because as again, all my shipping is free for my customers. So we do have a couple boxes over there that you will be receiving a new tracking number. The tracking number is going to say new tracking number in the subtitle, and you'll be able to, or subject, and you'll be able to see that it's going to be a new tracking number. So we've got to void the other one, put the other one in, because we have a few of them here marked for the 16th, and some are marked for the 20th. The 21st is the day. So it's about a few packages over there. Thank goodness they're not overseas. Overseas are very expensive. I've done a couple overseas. I had to go back and void the label, and it cost me hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So I had to change those out, get these set to the side, because these have to be reprinted again. So we have the 20th, that definitely has to be redone. We have the, what's this one right here, the 20th. We have the, let me see, 20th, yep, that's going to be redone. What's this on this box, the label on this box? This is the 16th, that definitely has to be done. All right, that label done. We have here, we have the 21st. Oh, that's perfect. We're going to put it up on that way. This one is going to be for, no, I leave on this one. And this one is for, let's see, this is for the 20th. So I have 4. I got to reprint the labels again on these. Get the up-to-date labels. Those labels have expired. And these 2 right here are actually good. These I haven't printed up yet. Wait, what's this one right here? Because that's not part of it. This one here, the date on this one. No label, the label one too. This one is for the 21st. Oh, okay, good. This one I don't have to do. And this is another one. The date on this one is for the 20th. That's going to be redone. And we have another one here. It's for the 20th. All right. So these have to be redone. So I'm going to print these out later on today, and for these to be set up. I'll reprint labels here. All right. My information right there for their information. All right, so not bad. Couldn't have been worse, but all those have to be reprinted all over again. So I have to pay for those twice. I get my my money back. They just void it and pay, but I get my money back. This right here is the order from the contract that we have. That's the order. They ordered all gallons, which is fantastic. All right, so let's get this started. I think first, I'm going to reprint my labels first, because I want to make sure I get that out of the way and get that started. And I'm going to have to print the labels for the contracts too upstairs. No, I'll do that. I'll do it last. I'll do it off camera. Let's get these wrapped up first. I know where they're going at. All right, so let me see. Woo. Man, got a lot going on this table. I'm gonna need a bigger workspace. I may have to basically put this downstairs, expand this to downstairs, because the kitchen's not gonna be enough. I have a huge freaking basement that I can use at my disposal, so I can use that downstairs. All right, let me see. Turn the table cleared off. There's some room for something. Now, as I said before, you don't have to be here to watch this. This is basically to record our ship out days for our customers, so later on they can come back in. It's also too, if I'm dealing with a customer and they want to know everything about our ship out. I need to add one of these videos to our whatchamacallit, to our page, our ship out page. Let me do it. I'm gonna do one of these videos. Matter of fact, I add this video to our ship out page. So basically, these are for our customers to allow them to see if the orders are being taken care of. I would love to see ship out dates more on other stuff, how I package my stuff and everything. And it shows you how your products are being packaged, how they're being taken care of. So these are the ship out dates. We record these. Also helps if I'm talking to a customer for the first time to buy from our company. They want to know how their packages are being handled. We can send them over the video and say, here you go. This is how we do things over here. I got to do a print out the new labels too on top of that, which I need to get a computer down here. I need to buy me another computer, bring it down here, so I can basically print labels out from down here, which would be so much easier than me going upstairs to the office. All right, let's start off with the black paints first, since we have more of those of anything else. Let's start off with those. Interesting, I always saw for more than black paint. I have a lot of orders for black paint. So we're going to take all these over here, put these over here so we can have some room. This table is filled. Take some of these orders off of this table. Give some room in here. All right. See how amazing God is? God is absolutely. I want to shake these up twice just in case. Get my shakes in there. God is absolutely amazing. You know, absolutely amazing. You know, I got a nice contract with the company, and these are people. Usually, one thing that I don't like about contracts, I don't like about them too much is when after you sign these bad boys or in the process of negotiating in these contracts, these guys will disappear like boom. This guy is in constant contact with us, constant feeding for information and acknowledge and stuff like that, and I like that. There's a constant interest in the contract. Communication is very important. The one thing that's important in a contract is communication. Communication will make and break a contract fast, because if there's no communication back and forth, then people start developing distrust, and you don't want that. So, yeah. Keep in mind, like I said, I'm going to be posting this to my my ship out page. When I do ship outs and there's a lot of stuff going on, I usually talk a lot about other things. So just be warned on that. If you're watching this for the first time, I talk about God, I talk about everything, because I have a lot to do in here. So, you know, I like to talk a bit. Sometimes the silence is just too much for me. So usually that's what I do. But I'm going to be ordering some other equipment too for designing our labels. So I like our labels and all, but I'm going to a graphic designer. I'm going to hire a graphic designer to design our labels all over again. I want them all redone. I want the ones that wrap all the way around the containers, because like I said, everything now has to be done on a certain level now for this company. So we're going to get the labels that wrap all the way around. So I'm going to bring a graphic artist in to do that, and some other things. Now, like I said, you'll still be able to go in and buy the screen paint products, as I said before, because they're going to have their own website. We're going to be setting everything up. We need to concentrate more on research and development. Like right now, with the orders I got coming in with them and the orders I got coming in with everybody else, it doesn't really give me much time to work on some of the other things I want to work on, because I have to take care of all my customers. So right now, I'm supposed to be doing the motorized projection screen, the 250-inch screen, and I got the new products I want to test out. Right now, we're working on a form of hologram technology for 3D mapping, which I can't get to right now because I need to take care of my customers first, which are very important. You guys come first before anything else. This is all gamer paint, yeah? Yeah, gamer paint. I'm gonna need a gallon of this for myself, for my screen downstairs. I'm doing a gamer screen, custom gamer screen downstairs. This was enough room for me to get this all wrapped up. These are all his. I think they are. He has about 10 of these. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, he has 10. This goes to somebody else. This is somebody else's order here. All right. Perfect. Okay, Mr. Bird, what do we got to do here to get this party started? Start wrapping these up. Some tape. First things first. Where's the heat gun? Which we do need. Way over there. I need my bands. Cat, your toys are everywhere, even in the kitchen. I'm stepping on these bad boys. Weird cat. All right, we got our bands here. We got our heat gun plugged in over here. Let me get my keyboard out of the way. There. All right. We're going to take these right here because this is from a different order. These over here. We're going to have more room on the table. This is a good table to work on. All right, get these out of the way. We don't need these here. So we got a certain way on how we wrap our packages up for our customers. There you go, Cat. I was wondering where you was all day. You're chilling in your chair spot. So we have a certain way how we wrap everything up. Make sure our packages get up nice and safe for our customers. Now, we're going to have pretty soon for companies, we're going to have this available in 5-gallon containers. I've already ordered these self-locking 5-gallon containers that we're going to start using to ship out. Much easier when somebody places an order like this for 10 gallons. We can just ship out 2 massive containers and be done with it. With the mixing equipment I got downstairs, I think mixes 5 gallons at a time, so that's fantastic. So that allows us to knock that out even faster. That's the whole object, is to work faster and get it done correctly. All right, so let's start off with first the contract order. Get this one done. You guys are easy to take this. It's a much bigger order, so we'll knock this out quick. We're just wrapping this up. And make sure we got everything here. Blah, 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 blah. We got more of this right here. This right here. And we need tape. That's what we need, tape. And I need one of my blades. There we go. Get this done. Make sure it's enough tight. Yeah. We'll get this process. Let's get this out. What we're doing is we're taping the caps on them. This helps me when I tape them. I tape them side. Bring it around to a little cap at the top. Just when I hit it with the heat gun, it seals it nice, seal around it, nice and sealed, sticks to the surface real nice with the heat gun, and then it actually shrinks under the cap. And that gives it a nice lock right in there. That's what we want. Make sure the top, always make sure I turn on the tops and make sure they're nice and tight. That's what I call the caps. Hey, don't start today. Don't you dare start today. You get some of these little whiny fits. So that's what we do. We tape around the sides here, go around, and then we basically take the cap all the way to the top. That is pushed down, and then the heat gun basically seals all that in there. Then we put a second band over top of that to make sure that locks around here, and then we hit it with the extra shrink wrap. Oh yeah, make sure your stuff is taken care of. I got to put you right here because I want to make sure when we do the do my demonstrations, we don't have any problems. What are you doing? Behave yourself today. I don't have time for I got work to do today. All right, so get this one done. Do this enough time, it becomes a routine. We do it over and over again. Now, tomorrow, once all this is done, I'll have a little more time. I'm going to go down and talk to a graphic artist to work on getting our customized labels done. That way, our products can look far more professional when we ship them out. Oh, that's why he's making that noise. Anytime he's attacking his toys, he meows, literally. He would meow when he's attacking his toys. He's in there fighting with his toys. Doing battle. Cat. Cat's over there doing battle. One of his many toys, as many enemies he attacks every day. Battle. That's locked in real good. And we got that new product from there. We got another new product from that screen over there. I want to get a chance to test out, but I haven't had any time because, like I said, the orders and all. Don't get me wrong. I'm thankful, very thankful for my orders. And make sure my customers are taken care of. You know, my customers don't pay for any shipping at all whatsoever. None. And if you're overseas, you don't pay for any shipping. I figure if you're going to be taking the time out to invest in my company and spend money into my company, why would I charge you shipping? So even if you're overseas, I still take that cost. And overseas, it can be very expensive, but I still keep that promise no matter what. All right, so we're going to smash our caps down on top. Make sure everything's nice and sealed. All right, put them over here. Seal. Keep getting them nice in there, okay? Over here, make sure everything's nice and sealed in tight. I'm going to go pick up my 5-gallon, order my 5-gallon containers today. Get ready for that because it's much easier. When we get these big orders in from these companies, it's much easier for me to drop these things off in 5-gallon containers. Start off by squeezing the bottom half first, and then working from the top. That allows me to get right up under the lid. Now, I'm not going to tell you what kind of tape I'm using, but I found a particular packing tape that works exactly like shrink wrap, like really close to shrink wrap. It seals very, very well. And this is, I'm using this brand from now on. Whew. Put the shrink around the corners, get it right here. So it gets right up under the cat. We want to be very close to the cat as much as possible. Get our top part so that all cap that a little bit so it stays in place. Once that heats up, okay, that's in, that's one done. Now I'm getting this done. It's the biggest order we got right now, which is out of the black right now. We got 10 gallons. They want it out of the black. And the thing about it, I'm telling you, it's a wonderful contract because their favorite projectors are Christie's. I love Christie projectors. Everybody knows how much I love Christie projectors. I love Christie projectors. If I could, I would replace every... Christie projectors are quite expensive. They are. Even the ones I got right now, they're like $500 and all. But for me, can't spend $500 for a projector is a luxury projector for me. That $1,200 I spent for the projector, I did not want to spend that money for that projector. Could have walked away with a couple Christie's for that one, but I needed an ultra short throw for that room in there. But Christie does have an ultra short throw projector, but it's like $3,500 for that projector. Keep in mind, the P2 is like $4,000. That projector is older than the P2, way older than the P2, and that projector is still about $3,500. That's how advanced Christie's are. Now my projector in the next room can do stuff that the everyday projector cannot do. I have like an 8-level keystone on my projector. Like I can shift that screen in any direction I want. I don't have to mount my projector. I can sit on top of a shelf and that thing will actually go to lens shift from the ceiling all the way down to the screen, back down to the floor. Now that thing is pretty neat. That's why I like the venue projectors. You can do things in a venue projector you will never ever be able to do in a regular everyday projector. Lens shift will destroy you for basically using any projector. Lens shift will actually literally destroy you. Let me see, make sure this is right. Okay, let's hear it here. Yeah, lens shift will definitely destroy you from that. Now, some people ask me, like, how do you know how much heat? Because when I have it up on high and I have my thumb on the side, the heat's gonna hit it. It's hitting my thumb. I can tell exactly how close I am and how far I need to be back from how much heat's hitting my fingers. If it's hitting my fingers, I'm too close to the container. So that's how I know. And judging by how hot my fingers get, I can tell exactly how much heat needs to be applied to the surface in order to get it to melt. It's not much. It's amazing, all this stuff, like I said, everything you see me doing here involving shipping or building something or designing something, this all comes from God. All this information that I'm blessed to have comes from God at the end of the day. And that's what some people will never understand. You know, God gives you more than just knowledge on how to do that and the other. If you ask him to actually help you run your company, he will help you in everything. Business-wise, everything. How to design your labels, how to design your artwork, how to basically conduct your business, everything. He doesn't just basically teach you one thing and that's it, he teaches you everything. That's why when I put that video about the wolf in sheep clothing, when people send me fake messages like that, they think for 1 minute because they put a bunch of numbers in there, I'm going to run at the number. Ooh, look at all the money they're offering. I'm going to run to it. It's not the first time people have offered me lots and lots of money, because I've had people offer me lots and lots of money. Many times, and I've turned them down because I don't chase money. I could have sold out, I could have sold a long time ago. But like I said before, I don't chase money, I chase God. So you can send me emails with tons of money. That's not going to fascinate me at all, period. That's not going to cause me to go, oh, run through the contract. It's not going to happen. What do you want, Puss in Boots? You got a freshman? Oh, you're fighting something again. She does every time. He does something, he's fighting something. But anyway, I'm not going to go run to that. Just like the contract I have right now, I explained to them crystal clear so they can understand where I'm sitting on it, where we're at right now. I don't care what you have. I don't care what you can have fancy cars, a big house, you can be well connected. Don't care at the end of the day. I really don't. You can't buy me on that level. You can't impress me on that level. Impressing me would basically be shaking my hand. Well, we can't shake hands anymore, but you know what I mean. Basically being honest with me, good communications, and we could all both see it on the same playing field and work together as a team. That impresses me. But what you drive, what you have, please, you can't take it with you. That's the one thing I know about that. Everything you have before, you're not taking it with you. So what am I impressed for? For something that I can't even take my stuff with me when I die. So I'm not impressed by that. And on top of that, I love to work around Christians. I love to work with Christians. Christians keep me in line all the time. There are days I slip up, and having a Christian friend, go, oh, you know that's wrong. You're not supposed to do that. Is fantastic. Someone's going to correct me on something that I know I shouldn't be doing, or keep me in line, because I know I'm going to mess up, and they're going to mess up, and we can keep each other in line. We can help each other out. But to be around a bunch of people that are not doing that, you're out partying, because I've been in some contracts where they want to take me out and party and drink and have fun and let's go win. I'm not about that. I'm not about that. Yeah, that's not going to work for me. If anything, you're going to make me walk out of a contract, So that's why, I only work with people that are doing things that are right by God. If you're not doing right things by God, I have no business being with you. Like they said, you got a choice at the table. You can sit among angels or demons. Which one did you choose? I choose to sit among angels. I don't want to sit on that nonsense. So, I'm not impressed by that. You got to be honest with me. You know what I mean? Right now, my main concern right now is that I know they have a clientele to buy my product on a much higher level. They do have that. But I want to make sure that we have a website set up, which we're going to do, where you can continue to go in and buy my products from there. So some people have been emailing me asking, like, is this going to be the end? You guys are not going to make paint anymore? Are we not going to be able to buy it? And I said, well, you can still buy it. Yes, we're going to make sure that everybody can still buy it, and the prices are not going to be insanely crazy. So we're not going to have something like that, you know what I mean? But we're going to have, they're going to have package deals or luxury deals and stuff like that. So we're going to come with 4K projectors and packages like that. And then other things are going to be like the paints we have, which are the standalones, which we have on the website, or their website. My website is going to be used for information and intel. That's pretty much what it's going to be used for now on. I eventually are going to have to remove the marketplace. It's going to have to go. Because like I said, it becomes a conflict, back and forth. So, yeah, you can't have one company selling one thing and me manufacture and develop on the other and selling stuff at the same time too. It doesn't work that way. I have to choose one or the other. And right now I'm going to be doing the manufacturing and developing. So But yeah, like I said, I've gotten all kinds of offers before and I've turned them down. I'm not about that. I'm just not about it. You know, it's not my thing. I happy being where I'm at. And keep in mind, all this is going to change for me. So, one thing I gotta understand, and they have to understand that I'm not going to be in my contract. I'm not going to be that person that's going to be on demand 24/7. That's not going to happen. I don't want to be in that situation. I manufacture, I develop it. I give you the specification sheet. We run it through the test facilities, everything in my own test facility. It's awesome, my own test facility. So I run you get all the data, everything you need, everything's done. They take it down to, my attorneys, because I have my own team of attorneys, where I got a patent attorney, my own patent attorney and stuff like that, so they can patent and lock everything down. And then everything is finalized on their end with their attorneys, and then they go from there. And it goes into market and research and all that stuff, how to market it, how to sell the product. And then after I'm done with my contract, I'm requesting like a couple of days off, at least about 3 or 4 days or 5 days off, and each time, because I want to make sure that I'm not working for a company that's basically, the whole reason why I got in this business is not to work for somebody else. If it gets to a point where I feel that I'm working for somebody else, I'm walking. I don't want to be bothered with it. I got into this business to be able to enjoy what I do. When it gets to a point where I can no longer enjoy it and it becomes work, I walk. That's it. And I'm going to put that flaw right in the contract too. Yes, sirree. I'm also going to have some things in the contract where basically, because I'm still sick, I still have a lung disease. So there has to be areas in there where I can basically get out of the contract, if possible, if I become ill. So, stuff like that. So I have to put all this. That's why I said that, when that particular individual made the comment about having that paperwork from my attorney, so that's completely false. Do you have any idea how much back and forth a contract will go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth? Maybe sometimes it'll be months when a contract will bounce back and forth between the people that are trying to sign it and the people on the other end are trying to negotiate. That negotiation period is critical because there could be a lot of things in that contract. It could be a 30-page contract and maybe a 50-page contract in there. They have to agree on everything on that contract. If not, it'll never go through. So basically, there are things on there I want in there, and there's things on there that they want in there to protect them and stuff like that. So all that goes back and forth. So that's why I said it's virtually impossible that he could have ever gotten any documents from anybody that fast, because I would have to be the proofreader first, and then maybe some things I might not like, and it'll go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and until it finalizes. And then we all come down and we sign our handwriting, the witnesses, and then they go in and they basically notarize it, and then it's official. So I've done these before. So that's why I know that, when he made that statement, I was like, no, you don't got the paperwork that fast. I don't even have the draft yet. So this is what's going to happen with this one. It's going to go back and forth because there's a lot of things. It's a big contract. On top of that, the year time I have to consider. I don't want a 10-year contract. I don't want a 5-year contract. I want to start off with a 1-year contract and see exactly how this goes first. I'm not going to, I've made that mistake before. I've tied myself into 10-year contracts and it got really, really hairy. So I always tell people, start off with a year. At least in a year, you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. It's a good test run. And then after that, if you feel like you want to renew your contract and you want to go a little higher than that, then go ahead. But at least you know what you're getting yourself into. Don't jump into like a 10-year contract and then you're like stuck in that for 10 years. So you don't want to go through that at all, period. Especially if you don't have the ability to be able to redesign your technology, which we're blessed to be able to do. We basically, and I've been through that before with a contract I had overseas. I got really, really anxious. I signed it. It was 10 years. And thank God, the Lord blessed me with the ability to be able to remove my old technology and upgrade new technology to replace it, which we did. That's how the digital 4K Crystal Onyx popped up, because the digital 4K Crystal screens had to die because it was under that contract. And they were doing me ugly on the contract anyway. They weren't basically reporting information. There were just things popping up that wasn't right. They weren't doing things correctly. But this one I like because its communications is really, 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 really good. This guy calls me every day. We talk and we communicate every day. So that's good. Communication is always key to a good contract. If communication's not there, you're going to have problems. And if problems pop up, you're going to have suspicious, and you're going to have all kinds of anxieties and stuff. And you're going to get trust. Once that thought of not being able to trust that person kicks in, you're done. Contract is over. It's over. It's going to be nothing but a nightmare after that. Guarantee that one. So, yeah. That's why I listen to the Lord on how he directs me on what I need to do. So, I don't go by my own insight. You can't go by your own insight. You can't trust your own insight. We make so many mistakes, it's not even funny. You can't trust your own insights. That's virtually impossible. That's why I put my trust in God. He's the one that makes my decisions for me. So that's why I try to explain to these people that, when you send me these emails, you're going at a Christian. You know what I mean? God has my back. So when I look at that email, automatically from the door, I pray, I put things in God's hands. He'll tell me right there from the door, like, nope, stay away from that, stay away from that, stay away from that, stay away from that. That one you can trust. God will tell you. And it tells you, sometimes it'll tell you that one you can trust, and there could be wolves in there. Sometimes it could be a few wolves in that pack of sheeps. And they'll be like, nope, don't trust that one, don't trust that one, don't trust one. He will guide you through everything. There's no way in the world God's going to basically be there and have your back and watch you fall on your face at the same time. Not going to happen. He's going to have your back. So when people try these little things, God sees you doing it. He sees you doing it. He sees you thinking about it before you even think about it. Think about how powerful that is to have a protector that powerful. Before you can even think it, he knows what you're going to do. Isn't that amazing? Yep. So, and I tell them from the door, anybody, even something, hold on a minute, that I sign contracts with, at the end of the day, I don't chase money. I chase God. Because you have to understand, people don't want to accept this. Some people don't want to accept this, but you're going to have to. You're going to have to accept it. A lot of people don't want to accept it, but you're going to have to accept it. The reason why I chase God is because there's nothing here on the earth that I can bring with me. Everything on this planet is going to deteriorate, corrode, and disappear. Nothing's going to be here forever. But what I have in heaven is always going to be forever. So that's why I chase God. And people say, oh, get the money now, get the money now. Big deal. God controls everything. Money, expenses, whatever is on this planet, whatever in the universe and the universe before that, he controls all of that. So why am I impressed by somebody who drives a $500,000 car when my Lord and Savior can give me that 20 and 30 folds over? If it's his decision to give me so. And what I like about it, the fact is that he basically makes sure that whatever he gives me is proper for me to have. Because sometimes you can get something you can self-destruct off of. And you've seen people get lots of money and just self-destruct. Win the lottery, self-destruct. Too much money. Not enough faith in God. The devil gets in there and just tears everything up. Giving the devil weapons. That's what you're pretty much doing when you do stuff like that. Win a lot of money and your faith is not strong with God, God will guide you and protect you. You live a nice life without all the craziness if you just walk with him. But you let that devil get in there, man, it'd be something else. You have all kinds of things will pop up at your front door. All kinds of bad women, with bad intentions that lead to other or worse things. Like I said, not only just women, men too. Yes, sirree. All kinds of evil things will pop up at your front door. But you put your faith in God, you definitely ain't got no place to be there at all, period. He ain't gonna show up at your front door. So that's why I said I don't chase that money at all, period. I chase God. So they can say, Mr. Bird won't give you $500,000. You do so and so and so and so. How about you do this? How about you make your paint this way? You make the customers think the paint is this way, but you make it this way. You cut corners to make money. And we'll give you $500,000 right up front. No, I don't want it. In fact, you even suggested that to me. I'm walking out of this because my business is based off God. And I'm definitely not going to disrespect my Lord and Savior over some money. So we're done. That's the end of it. That's why I put my faith in God. Because the other person will go and take that money and go, you know what? That's a bad idea. You know what I mean? And cheat down the product. They won't know what they're getting in on and get caught and then lose everything. Get fined and get penalized, get sued and lose everything. And now you're on your knees begging to talk to God. Yeah. You do it right the first time. Don't chase that money. Chase God. If you chase God, God owns everything on the planet. Everything on the planet belongs to God. Everything is his. Everything that's good, it belongs to God. It is his. He's going to make sure you have what you have. Real quick, let me get back to this real quick. Well, I read in the Bible where it says about the birds of the air, the animals of the land, the fish of the sea, how all their food is provided by God. Think about it. All the animals on the planet have food. Well, they hunt and kill each other, but at the end of the day, they have food. So God provides for all of them. So how much more will he provide for the Son of Man? See? We are in the image of him. How much more would he provide for us? And we just take the time to basically trust in him. But we're too busy out in this world doing what we want to do. And trust me, I was like that. I was one of those like I told you, I've been through some stuff. I I've been through some stuff. I've been through lockdown. I've been through lockup. I've been locked up. I was locked up one time. Well, actually, I think twice. Judy was one of them. And something stupid I did the other time got me locked up. But it becomes a turning point in your life when you start thinking like, I got to change my life. If I don't, I mean, I'm going to die in this place or something bad's going to happen. And I change my life. And this is where I've been at now. And the biggest regret I have is not learning about God sooner. So I'm trapped by the things of this world. I want a train set. I've been trying to get myself a train set for the longest time. I gotta wash my hands. I've been trying to get myself a train set for the longest time. They're gouging on the prices of these trains. Like, come on, line out. Just want a train set. Woo. Want to get me a train? I don't know how the cat's going to take the train. I'm trying to get a G scale. If I get a G scale, big enough train, she can get on top and she can ride, which she's probably going to do right around the house on it. Don't her. Her. I keep saying her. It's him. Because I found out my cat was a him because I was on the sofa and she started cleaning. Well, he started cleaning. So I'm like, ooh, you're a dude. My bad. All right, let me do something here. Whew. But yeah, I'm saying that. Yep. In this decade in time, what we're going through right now, you better find God quick. Wow. I mean, it's crazy. Crazy. You better find God quick. Man, I'm going to tell you something. Older than me. You may be older than me, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm 53 years old. I have never, ever seen anything like this in my entire life. Boy, if you're talking about the last days, you're talking about the last days. The last days, trust me, when the last days come, you'll notice. If you read Revelations in the Bible, you'll know when the last days come. Trust me. It'll be something you will never forget. As long as depends on which side of the wall, street. I don't know that one. Depending on where you sit with God, yeah, it depends. But anyway. Never seen anything like this. I mean, I've read books on this. I've played video games that were just like this, which is weird because it feels like I'm actually living an actual video game. But I've never seen anything like this in my life, ever. And I remember my mother talking about the Cuban Missile Crisis, and we had Y2K, and we have all the other things net disasters that pop up, 9/11, crazy stuff like that. But this right here is insane. You're talking about global, something that actually stretched the earth global. They go from one end to the next, which is insane. I always tell you at the end, man, God's going to have some wake-up calls. It's going to be insane with some wake-up calls. But this is insane. And then the thing about it is, I hate to talk about this towards shipping, but I already told you from the door, when I ship out, I talk a lot. I have a neighbor over here, he got his vaccine shots way before I did because I still had to go and see a specialist to get mine done. So he got it before mine done. He went out and he had a big barbecue over there, had his friends and family, all having fun over there. I'm thinking like, bad idea, really bad idea. Because if you do some research on this particular virus, it's pretty nasty. It's a nasty. And if people be saying virus is a weapon. I'm sorry, people. At the end of the day, it's a weapon. That's what it is. I got enough military in my family to tell you from the door, it's a weapon. All right. So, what would be the purpose of developing something like this to begin with? Think about it. There is no other purpose for it. That's what it was designed for. Unfortunately, it got out of whatever test facility it was in, and it started moving about. So, but the thing about it is, you think about it, it wasn't even anything when you look at it that was actually at a finished stage. It was at this early stage of development, which means they don't even know what they're dealing with. So it isn't something like I want people to feel like they're terrified and got to panic. That's not that. This is where you have to have trust in God. All right, at the end of the day, you have to trust in God. I'm living in a house. I have at one point didn't leave for about 16 months, and with a lung disease, with everything else going through my mind, and any packages that come through the house freaked me out, from the door. And I'm dealing with all kinds of anxieties, and now I'm diagnosed with agoraphobic or whatever it is. I'm about can't leave the house. That's why I'm trying to break that thing right now by just leaving the house every week, stuff like that. So there's a lot of crazy stuff that's going on ahead. If I didn't have God, I'd be a mad case by now. I'd be an absolute mad case by now if I didn't have God. So he's the one that kept everything together for me. When COVID hit, my business slowed down dramatically, went to a dead halt stop. Nothing was coming through. My livelihood depends on my company. If my company doesn't run, I don't eat, I don't survive at all, period. And if you notice, God does not play around with that at all. You look at how God takes care of me. He doesn't play around with that. He makes sure I have what I have. That's why at the end of the day, no matter how many people may try to slander my work and say I'm this, that, and the other, my business runs through God. So God will always make sure I have what I have. Just like I was making a comment about the birds of the air and the fish of the sea, how God provides for them, how much more will He provide for the Son of Man. If you trust in Him, I trust in my Lord 100%. So I know for a fact that at the end of the day, my business may slow down, but boom, it'll pick right back up again. I will have everything I need by the time the end of the month hits to take care of all my bills, as He always has done, since I've basically taken Him to be my Lord and Savior. So when COVID hit, my business halted, like boom, like nothing was coming through, nothing was coming out. I didn't even know how I was going to get supplies in because I was used to leaving the house and going to get this, that, and the other. The Lord gave me information on how to run my company officially from where I'm at without ever leaving the house. Everything I needed can be shipped in here with no problem whatsoever. He's given me the knowledge and information, where to buy, what to do, how to do it, how to construct it, all from just being from here without ever moving. And then now I got my vaccine shots. I don't leave the house as much as I do, but I do kind of like get out a little bit. Like I'll go pop over to Home Depot with a friend of mine who's vaccinated, and we'll go over and pick up a few things. I still practice at 6 feet apart. I still practice the whole 9 yards because, like I said, at the end of the day, I got lung disease. So I'm a half a man. I don't want anybody near me too close at all, period, knowing that people can catch it and still have vaccine shots. But it's God provided everything for me. So when my business picked up, oh my goodness, the blessing just flowed in like it was crazy. I had so many orders in my account. I started getting scared because now I got to the point where we had orders coming in like crazy because everybody was trapped in the house and people were ordering projection screen paints and they went to the outside and orders were coming in. We couldn't ship anything out because we didn't have any supplies. We didn't have any equipment or get things out the door. I didn't know how I was going to do this. I had to restructure the entire company all over again because I used to just go out and go to these local dealers and get what I need and come back in. But how am I going to do this from inside the house? God made a way. And this is why I'm still processing orders inside the house because of Him, because He showed me how to do it. How to run the company sufficiently from inside the house. That's what gee whiz. I could have did this and never left the house. This would have been perfect, but this wasn't my time to know it. But yeah, He'll make a way for you to know it. But yeah, but going back to this whole thing with the whole virus thing, you know, my neighbor had that whole big party over there, and I'm thinking like, bad idea. Because first things first, I just didn't like the fact that when the shots came out, which was nice and all, a few people were skeptical. I was skeptical myself. But then when I see that enough people had those shots and they were still functioning, I went and got my shots too. But the thing about it is, when I was trying to explain to my neighbor, I said, look, this is a virus. Viruses have big brothers and big sisters. They evolve into other things. Now, at the particular time, the only thing we knew was COVID. That's it. But I was trying to explain to them there are going to be more strands behind this one because they evolve. All viruses evolve into something. They jump from a host, they change. They jump from another host, they change. They jump from another host, they change. And they evolve into other things. So, on top of that, depends on how many strands of whatever viruses they have within that particular virus that could alter and change also too. So that's why they have these different names for these viruses that are popping up. And the part I didn't like, and now they really don't want to talk about it much, but they know what they did, but they don't want to talk about it much, is one right around the time where everybody was getting vaccinated and they came on saying the data's in. You can go outside without a mask on. I'm pretty sure you all remember that. Go without a mask on, hang around your friends, hang around your families. They don't have to worry about it. You're fully vaccinated. That's when they only knew about COVID. Then Delta popped up. Actually, I think it was one before Delta. There was another one that popped up in Japan. But Delta popped up. This one we know is Delta. Now Delta popped up. Delta has been out for a bit. It was out for a while. It was out for a while for them to know that they should have never made a non-mask mandate to begin with. And I'm not going to go too much into it because a lot of it involves politics. A lot of it involves money. A lot of it involves it involves a lot of crazy stuff. It does. There's a lot of crazy stuff involved in this. Like I said, I got a family full of military. They know things. It involves a lot of crazy stuff. So I'm gonna leave that part to another day. Something off topic. I need to make a YouTube channel called Off Topic. But anyway, so right around that time when they were saying, oh, data's in, you can go out there with no mask on, have fun, you can go this, that, blah, 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 blah. But they never said, hey, guess what? There's another virus that popped up by the name of Delta variant. It's 10 times more, 200 times more, powerful than the first one. Spreads like chicken pox. Never said anything about that at all, period. They just said you can go run out with no mask on. So didn't know that. A person didn't know at one point that you could catch the virus even if you got shots. You can still catch it. They're on breakers. or breakouts, whatever the names for them, that's what they're called. They can still catch the virus by having the shots. So they never say anything about that. Go run out, have fun. And there are people out there running, taking their masks off. I don't have to wear a mask. I'm like, no. People are like, no, I'm good. I'm going to wear the mask regardless. I'm going to wear it regardless. I don't trust the government. I'm not going to do it. And there's people out there. My neighbor had this big party out there. Family, friends, old, elder, all out there having a ball. Because 4 of them were vaccinated. A couple of 4 of them were vaccinated and the rest of them weren't. And now it popped up. Delta. Even more lethal than the first one. It spreads 10 times even faster. Higher rate. And the scary part about it, really scary part, because I have a lot of nieces and nephews and a lot of young people in my family, it can attack the young. Even more scarier. Now I'm scared to death because now I'm worried about my other young ones in my family. I don't want them catching anything. Kids, even some with school kids and stuff like that. I'm going to get down that road right now. But now he's a bit worried. Because now if you are vaccinated, you become a carrier. I can become a potential carrier. Which means I can go, and if I go to a party with a bunch of friends and say about 6 people in there are not vaccinated, I can pass it to you easily with no problem. Because this stuff spreads even faster than COVID. So now anyone who's basically vaccinated becomes carriers. And any carrier that catches it and catches COVID becomes a breaker. Kind of sounds like something out of a video game, doesn't it? Like a zombie video game? That's what it kind of sounds like. But yeah, that's what it is. So meanwhile, while this Delta was floating around the same time they were telling people they can take their masks off, and they could catch this potential new virus, because remember, they're protected from COVID, but not from the Delta. Delta can possibly make them a host. Even COVID can make them a host. They could spread it to somebody who doesn't have the shot. That's what I told you. I don't trust the government, because I think they should have never had people do that mask mandate first. They should have never did that. What they should have waited first, they should have waited about a couple of years to see whatever scary nonsense was going to pop out of this freaking Frankenstein monster, and then go from there. But I think that would have been the best way to go. Instead of basically saying, oh, it's just COVID and that's it. That's all we got. The first and second wave, that's basically about it. We're in the clear. And then all of a sudden we got Delta. We never even heard of Delta. No one's ever heard of Delta. All we heard was COVID. Think about that. When COVID came out, did you ever hear about anything called Delta before? Did you even know a Delta would even exist? So when you think about that, and they're telling you to remove your mask, then less than a year since the vaccine has been out, and then boom, Delta pops up. 10 times more powerful, 10 times more stronger than the other one. Rapid rate, it's Florida. It's crazy. I got family and friends in Florida. I'm telling them to get out of Florida. It's crazy. And now they're telling you to take your mask off. And this is the one thing that can, even with the mask on, the mask gives you some kind of protection against it. But they're telling you to take your mask off. The data's in, you're good, you're safe. And then, boop, Delta pops up. And did you notice another one that just popped up? Yeah, you got to do your research, people. Another virus just popped up. They had Lambda variant, whatever it's called. Lambda variant? I think that's the name of it. I'm could be screwing it up. But yeah, there's another one pop up. So within this virus, there's 6 of them. That's why they're talking about booster shots. The booster shots is to keep up with whatever nonsense comes out of the first one, which is COVID. That's why they tell you that, look, wear your mask. Big deal, you got to wear a mask. Big deal. Which would you rather have, a mask or a respirator? Which one you want? Which one you want? I wake up, when I was really sick, I would wake up every day with not being able to breathe. And to be coughing. And to be, every morning I would get up and I would just cough. Couldn't breathe, my wrist would hurt and everything. Can you imagine going through that 10 times or 20 times, going through that? That's why I said, what convinced me, 2 things that convinced me to get my shots real quick. What convinced me was my friend who had, he has kidney problems. So he gets kidney dialysis with clean the blood. I think that's what it is. He got his shots. I should be getting mine. I got lung disease. I should get my shots too. Because I was scared because maybe the complications and the medication that I'm taking and then the scarring on my lungs may basically trigger the wrong effect and it could possibly kill me. It did cross my mind quite a few times. First time I was getting the shots, I was so terrified that I thought the day I was living, that day was going to be my last day. Getting in the car, seeing my little ones, seeing my friends and family and stuff, that was going to be my last day. I thought that when I went to the pharmacy and they put that shot in me, that I was going to die. That, I was going to go home, go to sleep, and I was going to pass away. That's what I thought. Didn't even happen that way. If anything, I felt stronger. That's my personal opinion. Not saying it's going to happen to you, but it's my personal opinion. I felt my lungs getting stronger. Second shot, my chest tightened up a little bit, breathed a little bit, and I was good. The only thing I went through, I was just tired as I don't know what. I was really, really tired. drowsy. That's basically about it. Some of my friends had diarrhea. Some had a little pain in the arm, a little pain in the stomach, but nothing at all. Nothing really bad at all. But I had more concern than them because, like I said, I had lung disease and everything. I was figuring I was going to conflict with one of my medications, or maybe I might use my inhaler and get a wrong reaction, or my Simicor could act up, or it could be anything, you know what I mean? But no, everything went through. No problem. So, whole lot of fear. Most of it's just all anxieties. That's all it is. It's just anxieties in your head. That's all it is. I tell people what you do. Is my sister's boyfriend got it done. And I told him, I said, look, this is what you do. Because he was going through the whole anxiety. So calm down, relax, do something you like to do. He likes to go into his game system, play a little basketball in there. Yeah, go out and get yourself, or have my sister go out and get you some with your favorite food, what you like to eat, or have a cookie or something nice. Sit down and just relax. Enjoy your favorite foods. Watch a little TV and relax. And next thing you know, you'll be in the clear. You know what I mean? You just be tired. That's basically about it. That's what he wants to be tired. That's all. We got this one wrapped up. Got this one right here done. Ugh. I gotta get on the ball here. I'm slacking like Jackson. Get this done. Because I want to paint my screen today. I got 2 screens I got to paint today. I want to paint my motorized projection screen, and I want to get that acoustic camera screen done. Because I want to show that off today. I'll get a chance to get it out today. At least I can get my motorized one done. Yeah. Saturday morning, I should be watching watch myself. Anytime I notice itches like this is stuff I had to train myself. When I was in the house without vaccine shots, I had to train myself never to touch my face. You know how hard that is to do? To train yourself to never touch your face. So when I would go outside, drop things down, I had sanitation soap and I had bleach by the door at all times, which I still do. So when I came in, I had to train myself to not touch my face, never touch my face. Catch myself. So I'll wash my hands again. Some people say, why don't you use the bacteria soap? The bacteria soap irritates my hands. It dries my hands. It makes my hands hurt. I don't like using the bacteria soap too much. I get some alcohol wipes or something like that. Something like that works better. All right, you got this one done. That's finished. Finish. Finish. Merci beaucoup. Is it merci beaucoup or merci beaucoup? Well, going to Disney World ain't going to happen. That's not going to happen. I was planning to go to Disney World in 2021. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. I wish the people were in Florida. I got family in Florida. Everything works out for them over there. You gotta be safe, you know what I mean? Be safe. Don't go out and do reckless stuff. You have to. I stay far away from crowds and all that stuff. You're like, well, you gotta learn to live your life. You ain't gotta live your life, but then again, how long you want to live? That's the bigger question. Eventually going to get through this. I mean, we're on the bright side. I mean, before 2019 was dark. It was dark. I mean, we didn't know how people were going to work and how people wanted to be to get their jobs and how people wanted to be to take care of their kids, and the government shutting everything down. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. I give you that much. Scared the daily out of me a few times. But you got to understand that, now we got vaccine shots. We got a way to fight this thing, which is good. Because, man, think about if we never had vaccine shots. And I mean, all this comes from God. People say, oh, it's the science. It is not the science. Cut it out with the science. It is God. That's the end of the day. It's God. Without God, you wouldn't have this earth here. You wouldn't have all the elements here to make what you would, the vaccine. Anything that comes from the earth, anything that's designed that comes from this planet comes from God. It was from God. Because God's blessing that gave you the ability to be able to have the vaccine shot, to be able to do what it does. That's another thing, too, the Lord had to talk to me about. All good things come from me. So why are you afraid of this? Go get what you got to get done. Gotta go. But anyway, so I don't believe in the science. I believe in God. But anyway, this is going to be with us for a while. It ain't going away no time soon. 20, 30, 40, 50 years maybe. It's going to be here for a while. It's going to be here for a while. Common flu's been here forever. It's going to be here for a while. AIDS is still here. So it's going to be here for a while. It's just that we can live. a somewhat normal life. We just got to be safe about it. That's basically about it. And eventually, it will die out, and we'll become immune to it. And there you go. God forbid something else pops up, which I hope it doesn't. But anyway, I probably won't be here by then. But anyway, yeah, you just gotta be safe about it. But at least it's different than, think about it, from 2019, the people didn't even know what was going to happen to their livelihoods. Now, it's kind of different now. With COVID, there's so many jobs literally out there that you could quit your job. You've seen the people have quit their jobs and got new jobs on the same day. Because there's not enough people out there to fill the jobs. Think about it. I got a workforce right now. I got a workforce of maybe about 20 people, right? And say about 14 of them get sick, or maybe one gets sick and he's in the group with the 14. I gotta basically send all those people home so they can go into quarantine because I can't have them there. So I've lost half of my workforce, which means I gotta get somebody in there to help me keep running my company, or I'm in trouble. There you go. That's why there's so many jobs out there. You can easily get jobs. I had a friend of mine, she worked at the airport for the longest time. She was trying to get a second job. I hate to say it because of COVID, it just happened, but that's unfortunately it did. And she basically couldn't take the job anymore. People were treating her like trash over there, and she quit her job. She has a degree in nursing. She went and got a job working as a nursing assistant. That fast, that quick, because they need people. I talk to people that come from Amazon. These people are overworked. Like, it's crazy. People from UPS overworked. We got more and more people now inside order everything they can possibly buy. Some people just don't want to go to the store. Some people want to go to the store so they can get out for a little bit. You know what I mean? Every once in a blue moon, I'll pop up at a store. Walmart, no. I'm not coming into Walmart with a 10-foot pole. That's my personal opinion. It's just too crowded in there. I'm not walking in there. I'm good. But any other place, if I can go to the store, it's not a lot of people in there, I'll pop in there, walk around, buy a few things. That way I can control the anxieties and I can control this whole agoraphobic thing about being trapped in the house. So that right there, yeah. But other than that, with that other stuff, man, no. It's done. We're done. Done. So I take my little breaks in between because I teach myself not to over push myself. Last time I over pushed myself, I ended up in a freaking red wagon with flashing lights. That's when I got the big screen put into the next room over there. I basically picked that screen up, carried it down the hallway, and painted the room at the same time. Bad idea. Yeah, I ended up almost killing myself, couldn't breathe. So now I learned to teach myself to take little breaks in between and just relax so I don't have any complications. Here we go. Boom. I love this stuff. This stuff is amazing. I get more of this stuff, like $19, but it's actually definitely worth it. Sure. So this is how we wrap them up from here to here. I'm probably going to do another demonstration because I talk a lot in my demonstrations. I'm going to have to do a demonstration, keep it short and sweet, and just have it pre-recorded. I can't put this on the post because I'm talking about the Lord. Some people get offended by that. It's a shame, but it's true. I'll just keep it short and sweet, make an educational video and put on there how we ship things out and do it that way. Meow, what you upset about, kitty? Meow. What are you angry about now? You're always angry. You're an angry cat. Because I'm angry, I can't help it. Why are you angry? I got toys galore. So I haven't found the other trackers. Where's your other trackers at? You haven't found your other trackers yet. So her trackers is, I bought her a bunch of these little toys that, bottom line, that are heat censored, or whatever they are, and they're hidden through the house to help her sharpen her cat skills, her ninja skills. She's a ninja. Right here. I need something I can stick this on to roll this out better, which I'm going to go on Uline and order some stuff. Make things a little more easier for myself. But I'm really happy about getting the mixer. I was surprised it was that affordable. And good price on it too. Yeah, that's right. Any one of those right there. That'll make it so much easier for me. Done. Actually, that'd be a better way to do it. That thing instead. That's better. there. That's completed. Right there. You good? Hold on. Okay, let me make sure I was good on that one. I haven't had a chance to scan the trees yet. I want to use this mapping equipment to scan my trees. I can't wait to do that. I'm probably going to do that tonight. I'm playing around with that tonight. Okay. My tape. Let's take my tape. Comes out too. Really? If you have a hard time getting into your packages, this is probably why. But I want to make sure that everything feels. Where's my knife at? Oh, bit up my knife. There we go. Alright, that's one done. Woo! Woohoo! Put this right over here. Boxes, avalanche! Box avalanche. Box avalanche. padding's at, where it comes up on this side, it's always where the caps are at. The sides I'm not worried about because they're padded in the box, but right here, this is where the caps are at. Alright. Boxes, okay. Some of them supposed to have labels on. Okay, so this is going to the contractors. Get the contract. That's why I need to get that roller. It rolls out, make it much easier on myself for doing it this way. I get myself on that right there. That would have went today. This stuff's thick. It's thick. Not happy with that. The sides kind of tucked in a little bit when I was basically spreading it out, and it leaves a gap, which I don't want that there. I want the thing completely. Do just a little bit more for that to make sure we got that. I just don't like that side being out like that. I want everything to be covered. There we go. That makes me happy. There we go. That's beautiful. 13. That's the 10 gallons done. 10 gallons already finished. Now, he's ordered 2 of the blues. These are the side different. Well, he wanted 10 gallons of the black, but he wanted something a little different. We're going to mix wild card in this package. So, let me see. That's 10. He wanted, he has 24 gallons. That's what he ordered. So, and here he has blue, which he wanted, that color shifting technology. That right there. He wanted 2 of the gamers. Right here and here. He wanted 1 of the silvers. Right here. He wanted 2 of the invisibles. 2 of these invisibles. These are invisibles. This is front and rear. 2 of these. Where's the other invisible at? There we go. Let's see. So we got invisibles. 2. And let's see. Let me see. Let me make sure I got that right. So I can make sure I got him right in front of the door. Don't get anybody else's mixed up. Because we got other orders in there too. I want to make sure we don't get those mixed up with these orders. So what I have to do is, I got his 10 black already done, but he has a wild card mixture of different forms of paints. So I want to make sure that we take care of, get the customers first. So that way, if I know what the customer's got, I know whatever's left over is from his wild card. I want to make sure I don't take something away, like if he has 2 gallons and somebody has 1 gallon and somebody has 2, and I take 1 from theirs and I come up short on theirs, let me get theirs taken care of first, and then whatever's left over is his, because he wanted just a wild mixture of whatever. So let's start off in here. All these labels right here has to be reprinted because I'm a day behind, so that's not a problem right there. So let me see what we got going on here. We got, for this one, we got 1 quart of Silver Phoenix. That would be, not you, that would be you over here. Would be the 1 quart. And just to make sure we don't got you rolling around in the box. I said we don't use these anymore. We don't use the mailers anymore. The reason why I don't use mailers anymore because, like I said, I need the protection of that box for these packages. That mailer is not working too well, so we got rid of them. Give them a little pat. Where is my knife at? I just have my knife up here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay, and heat gun. We still order these, but we use them for something else. These are padded envelopes. What we use them for. Inside padding. I'm going to reprint his label because his label is a big label. Has to be reprinted right here. I'm going to put it over in the corner for areas that have to be printed. Print the labels. Just going to go over there. We have this one. We have 1 gallon of black silver. 1 gallon of, sorry, Silver Phoenix. Made black silver in a while. So we'll just take it out of him because we got plenty over there. Take this one. Should take it nice and tight. Get a little hat started. So people probably wonder why they put the bands on. This is actually like a shrink wrap tape, which I figured out when I purchased. I was like, wait a minute, it's a shrink wrap tape. This is really nice. Which I have to get this unit, not for here, but for the other place, that basically I can wrap this stuff in shrink wrap and basically run it to a machine. The machine will basically right to the box. So that's some of the other stuff I'm thinking about using for packaging my stuff. That foam that they spray inside. I don't like peanuts. I can't stand peanuts. I would never pack peanuts in because I hate them myself. But I'm thinking about looking at different ways, resources of shipping packages out much safer. Like basically getting packages where we can have plastic corner pieces on them. So if they're dropped, they're protected, stuff like that. So this is the kind of new ways I'm thinking of basically how we're going to ship packages out. One last thing you want is to have like 300 gallons go out and they get destroyed. You got to pay for that. At the end of the day, I'm the manufacturer. I got to pay for that part. So I got to make sure I can figure out different ways of sufficient ways of sending out packages where they're going to be much more safer when reaching destination. All right, so we got him right there. So this works much better than the bands. I like the bands, but having this, I can coat this in, mold this to it, and squeeze it in, and that heat gun will basically make sure it's fused right straight to the pack, to the containers. That's what I like about having the tape instead. A little bit more, but it's definitely worth it. We're definitely working on groundwork today. Okie dokie. So in the morning, my adrenaline rush is going to the roof. And I've had no coffee today, which I don't drink coffee at all, period. Energized by God. Anyway, so, let's see. We need, oh. Brain just shut down for a minute. We're back. And we're back. No, we're not starting to come here, Bird. We're starting to come here. No, we're not. We're missing something. I am not missing anything. Pretty sure I got this thing down to route. Can't come out that quick. All right. You know what? No, it just triggered me because I'm used to putting them together and wrapping them around and then putting them in. I'm thinking like, isn't something more supposed to do this? No, it's a single by itself. We need to wrap the singles. Singles with the singles. So I'm used to having two bound together. Now I'm also working on doing 10-gallon containers, but like I said, that's when I have a warehouse. Then we'll do 10 gallons. But right now, no. Too big. Just happened to the AM. Right there. Kitty, kitty, get out of there now. You've got 100,000 toys in there because all the stuff you want to play with, you want to come over here and play with this stuff. Just chill somewhere, please. Toys at your disposal. Bam! How about you move right there? Didn't go where I want to go, but each his own. Right, use it again. And do it twice. Yep, go 1 gallon. These are the videos I get the most hatred on. Believe it or not, I'll lie to you not. These are the videos that I get the most hatred on, the most. At the end of the day, I'm explaining something to you people who basically have this negative attitude toward me. At the end of the day, I don't care. You can basically give me hatred. You can do whatever you want to do. I don't care. Again, I'm protected by my Lord and Savior. He blesses me with everything I need. There's nothing you can do to make me unhappy. Not a thing. He has control of my life, of everything that I do. I feel sorry for you because, you know, I used to be that kind of person. I used to be a person just full of hatred all the time. It's not the way to live. You know, constantly, always thinking about something to do dirty in your life. You know what I mean? There's no peace of mind at all. Period. Do you even know what true peace is? And the fact that as you keep traveling on that road, you don't find peace. You just find a dead end. There's nothing good comes out of it at all. Period. That's how I ended up getting in lockup, because I couldn't let anything go. And eventually, it got me in some trouble. And eventually, it almost took away my life for a very long time. So, you know, I learned basically if I have problems like that, I give it all up to God, including you. Anything you do, I give it to God, put it in his hands. And I explain to people, like, look, you have to understand. At the end of the day, whether you believe in God or not, that everybody believes in God when your time comes. You can have an atheist. My father used to say, there's no such thing as an atheist in a foxhole. Or if you're going to become a believer of God, that would be the place to do it. You know, I find it interesting that you have people that go through life all day long, don't think about God one time. And then the minute something pops up, like when your life is in danger, somebody's else, then you believe in God. Now you want to talk to him. That's like the equivalence of having a neighbor that never speaks to you. Every day you go outside and you wave, hey neighbor, how you doing? He don't speak to you. He don't talk to you, nothing at all. He just ignores you every single day. That's how think about it. And then all of a sudden, when something happens, you need that neighbor for something. Same thing, same scenario. But God's a merciful God, because if he wasn't, like I said, we wouldn't be here at all, period. If I had that kind of power and that kind of, I don't want it, I've never want it, but if I had that kind of power, and every day if I leaned over the earth, I'm like, look how destructive man is. Every single day. Same day in and day out. But then he looks at the good side of it all, but like, they don't listen to me, they don't pay attention to me, they don't obey me, and I'm tired of it. Whoop! Gone. You know, there's no military or military might that can take on God. You're gone. That's it. That's the end of it. You ever look at Solomon and Gomorrah? Solomon and Gomorrah, how that whole entire thing went down, how God destroyed Solomon and Gomorrah. You know, they go back and they do research. The Solomon and Gomorrah, there's remnants of it that still exists. There is no nuclear firepower on the face of this planet that could have caused that kind of destruction. Can't explain it. There's nothing on the earth, no volcanoes, nothing on the earth that could have caused that kind of destruction. It's off the scales. They can't explain it. Of course you can't explain it. Came from God. He destroyed something. He destroyed something. We really actually weren't supposed to be here to begin with. I'll tell you why we weren't supposed to be here to begin with. Because when the earth was supposed to be destroyed by water, man was not supposed to be here. God got tired of it. He's going to wipe man out. It took one man that had the faith to God Noah, to when he built the ark and everything. That's the reason why man still exists. We weren't supposed to be here. The earth is going to be destroyed two different ways. One was water, the second is going to be fire. That's the last one. That's the end of it. No more. Some people don't want to accept that. If you don't accept that and you're afraid of that and that bothers you, that tells you right there you need to change your life already. If that bothers you right now, to hear that, if that bothers you, cause you a little discomfort, a little bit, you'll need to change your life. Because that's how I know I need to change mine. My mom used to preach about, my mom's a Christian woman. She preached about that all day long. Coming out to Christian music, all she play all day long. Go to church, yep, be in church all day. All day be in church. Tie, shoes on and everything. All day in church. I'm like, how in the world? Who spends this much time in church? She's got other things to do. I got things to do. I'm going to go play some basketball. I couldn't wait to get out of church. It's like coming out of prison for me. Come out here, take my tie off, throw my clothes all over the place, go through my baller gear, go run some ball. I'm glad to be out of there. My goodness, I couldn't hear another word about God. So one day somebody popped up on the court. Somebody owed money. And I got in the middle of a drive-by. Yeah, wrong place, wrong time. Couldn't wait to get out of church. Running to get out of church. Got new kicks in the house, new Jordans in the house, got the old Jordan set up. Can't wait to go out there and show off my gear and go play on the court. Couldn't wait to get out of church. Man, I was not going that day. So I faked being sick. My mother bought into it. The minute my mom went to church, I got all geared up, called my boys, they got up front, ran up to the court, and no sooner we was in there for a half an hour, all you hear is, "Oh no, you're gonna have mine today." And all you hear was pop, 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 pop. It was blazing right there, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, right there in the middle of the park with kids and everything. Didn't care, just blazing right there. Nobody got killed. But that whole entire time, I was thinking about God. I should have been in church. If I was in church, I wouldn't be almost getting killed. And just think, if one of them bullets would have caught me and I bled out and died right there, that's it. I wasn't going to heaven because I did way too much destruction at that particular time. I wasn't even a saved man. I went straight to hell. I wouldn't be talking to you right now. See? Be happy here in church. Happy to be with God. Learn the hard way. Let me see. 20. We got 20. This one has to be redone. Hey, Inspector Kitty, what you working on? Real? You goofy cat. Always working on something weird. It's a weird cat. Weird cat. She's weird. Weird. All right, let me see what we got here. Ugh. We have. Yeah, you learn. But it's good to know that God, even the dumb stuff I was doing out there, God was protecting me the entire time. As stupid as the dumb stuff I was doing. I was doing some pretty dumb stuff when I was young. You know, so I'm glad that, bottom line, he protected me through all that. You know, because he could have said, well, you know what? You don't deserve to live because you skipped my servant. You know what I mean? If he wasn't a merciful God, I'd have died right there on that golf on a basketball court right there and bled out. You know? Let me see. We got on this one. Where's the data for which one? Oh, yeah, definitely got to be reprinted. Or it's going to be reprinted. This is 2 gallons of Phoenix Black. So that's where the other 2 gallons came from. This one right here. I didn't order that much. These are the black ones right here. Yep. Yes, sirree. So put the caps on it first. Make sure it's nice and tight. Put our caps on. Yeah, so, you know, learn to put more trust in God. I think this would be, and know everything we're going through, this would be the time to do it. This would be the time to put more trust in Him. Go. This one is short. Yeah, we're out. We are out. Another roll of tape bites the dust. I want to get my 250 built, but every time, like, the weather's been crazy. So we got rain yesterday. We got some good weather, but we got some rain, and the rain comes with that sauna weather where you can't breathe. So yeah, September might be the day for me because usually most people have breathing issues. September's their day. Like, September's nice. September's cool, and you know, it's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's just perfect. Right on my birthday. 54 years old this year. 54 years old. I remember at one point I used to be in my backyard, 5 years old, digging a hole in the ground, and now I'm 54 years old. Man, time goes fast. Whew. I'll tell you, funny experiences, man. I'll tell you something real funny. Real funny. True story, too. Real funny. I had some crazy stuff happen to me when in my younger years. I remember my mom rented this place from this guy. It's a nice place. It was like over in, I guess, more of the nicer area in Philadelphia. It was a real nice area and all, but the place wasn't all that great and all. But the area was nice. So anyway, he had an old oven in there. It was called Well Built. I never forget the name of the oven. It was called Well Built. Definitely the opposite of what it was called. I had my eyebrows singed off in an oven explosion. a long time ago when I was young. Boy, I never forget that experience as long as I live, boy, because that's something you will never forget. So the oven had a habit of basically the pilot light would come on, but it would cut off eventually. So my brother had lit the oven so we can make toast. Like I said, we weren't rich, so to make toast. So as he puts the bread in there, right, he lights the oven. Now, mind you, I'm in the back room playing my game system because I always had a game system. I always make sure it's Saturn or whatever. I always play the game systems all the time. And I'm back there gaming. And my brother said, oh, threw a couple pieces of toast in the oven, go into the bathroom. But I didn't even hear that part. All I heard was throw a couple pieces of toast in the oven. So I go over to open up the oven. Like, why is he going to tell me to throw a couple pieces in there when there's toast already in the oven? I'll just light it. Didn't realize that he had already previously lighted, but the pilot light had went out. So all that time was gas and flowing through and didn't know it. So when I said back to him, hey, going to light the oven, he realized that the pilot had went out. And if I had lit that, I would have been gone. So he came out to run to grab me. And by the time he caught me, to grab me, to pull me away from the oven, but he pulled me a good distance away, I had already threw the paper in there and it went and it kind of like, it's like the equivalent of having a dragon burp in your face with the flames included. And I could hear the flames flickered around my ear. So we got burnt pretty good. Like, not to the point where we had patches on our face or anything, but I mean, we lost all freaking facial hair whatsoever, was gone. So we had a couple of light spots here and there, you know what I mean? But we didn't get cooked too bad. Thank God. God was there to protect us, because it would have been a whole lot worse than that. We could have both died. That's like God's always there watching over you no matter what. So our faces are on fire. We're not actually on fire, but the singe, the heat from it, man, it's so freaking painful. And I remember running up and down the street screaming. Me and both of us were screaming. And my mother was packing ice packs on us, went to the hospital, all this nonsense. And the next day, when we woke up, of course, I was still in a lot of pain, but no freaking facial hair at all. Like, singe gone, no eyebrows, no nothing gone. So about a couple of days went by, because, it's going to take a while for it to grow in. And my mother had, me and my family laugh about this so much to this day, that my mother was rushing for us to go to church. And mind you, I had no eyebrows at all, period, at all, no eyebrows. And my mother took a mascara brush and drew in my eyebrows. But she was in such a rush that my brother Corey looked like he was angry, and I looked like I was just surprised all the time over everything. So my mother was sitting in the front of the church, and as the preacher was preaching, he was like, see this man right here? He knows what I'm talking about. He is so surprised. Which I couldn't change my facial expressions because my eyebrows were drawn that way to make me look like I was always surprised. And because my mother was rushing, she just didn't have time. She was just trying to get everybody ready, you know what I mean? And her brother was like, he was angry. It's like, I don't know what's going on with this man over here, but brother, it's going to happen to you sooner or later. I was like, man, that was the most hilarious thing ever. Coming out of church and meeting all the congregation, everybody's looking at you like your eyebrows are drawn on. Yeah, it's funny stuff, man. Funny stuff. Go wash your hands. But funny stuff, man. Funny. Need your eyebrows drawn on. That's why when I watched that episode with what's the guy's name? Uncle, I forgot the guy with Seinfeld. He got his eyebrows blown off in the oven explosion. I laugh about that because that actually happened to me. Oh my goodness, the guy in Seinfeld, his Uncle Leroy, I forget the guy's name. Anyway, but yeah, where he basically got his eyebrows blown off by oven explosion, and Elaine draws his eyebrows on with a mascara brush. I laughed so hard because that actually literally happened to me. Actually had to happen to me. Got my eyebrows blown off with an oven explosion. Been there and done that one before. That's when my ex was like, yeah, I did that already. My mom told me, yeah, he got his eyebrows. And his brother, oh, there's their eyebrows. Okay, we got here. Here. What's this one right here? Why is this one by itself with no... Oh, this is black. 2 gallons of black. Okay. 2 gallons of black. Okay. That one has to be reprinted. Let's get the... On my way. Yep. Did that one before. I remember I hit the back of the head with a hockey puck. Now, mind you, I had a helmet on for that one. I did have a helmet on. But I was hesitating. It's funny how God will tell you how to do things. God's involved in every part of your life, even though if you don't believe it or not, He is. He's in part of every part of your life. And when I used to play hockey back in the day, first I used to vert skate, I used to rollerblade with the vert skates, and then eventually it's the common sense kicks in. So basically, I'll tell you about that real quick while we're doing this. We've got plenty of time, because I'll go through this in no time at all. But back in the day when they had cheap skates up in Jersey that you can go out there, you can ride the verts and the rails and all that stuff. That was the kind of stuff I was into at that particular time. They had, they always tell you when you're doing aggressive skating, you get the voice. Now, first when you're skating, you don't hear nothing at all because you're fearless. You can jump, grind, whatever you want to do. But eventually you'll hear that voice. It's like, you might not want to make that jump, buddy, because I think that might be your last. And if you don't listen to it, chances are it probably is. I got that voice in New York City on a 3-story driving parking lot trying to grind down the side of a rail, and something said in my head, you may not want to make that jump, buddy. And I jumped and tripped. My skate landed the rail, but the first one caught up with the second one and hit that one and clipped me. And I actually ended up bouncing down the staircase. It could have been worse because I was up 3 stories. I could have clipped and fell over the side and dropped 3 stories down and hit the parked car's balloon because it got killed. But they said that's when the common sense kicks in. When you jump on something, you don't hear nothing. You just cling, hit the rail, and grind down. That's it. Every once in a while, you hear that. Oh, you might not want to make that jump, but that could be your last. And that's when the common sense kicks in. So eventually, I heard the common sense. So we get back from New York City, my heart's boom, 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 boom. My helmet's all scratched up, I'm all skinned up, I'm bleeding and everything. Like, so you had a bad jump? I said, man, I heard the voice of common sense hitting the day. So, that's it for you. And it's done. Because most people just go into just basically the basic vert skating or the bowl and stuff like that. But all that jumping and stuff like that, that's done. So I had to find something else to keep my adrenaline rush going. So that's how I got into hockey. That's how I got into playing hockey. I can play hockey. Yes, I can ice skate too. So I got into doing roller hockey. My favorite hockeys are missions. I love mission skates. They are the best. CCM, not so much. I like the missions better. I don't know, they fit me well. I like them better. So I got into playing a little hockey here and there. But that's how I got into playing hockey because, yeah, that little voice that popped in and said, nope, you're not doing that no more. Yeah, the hockey I did love. I love playing hockey. I get to fight in hockey all the time. It's one thing I like about the sport. You pick off your gloves and take someone's shirt and put it over top and beat it. And bring it in. Oh, I love freaking hockey. It's so much fun. Well, when we played, we didn't really roughhouse like that. We had fun, It wasn't to hurt anybody. We had fun. Yeah, every once in a while, man, you got some guys in there who are pretty psychotic. They take their helmet off and smack you in the side of, boom, side of your head. Yeah, they get kind of psychotic with it. But yeah, take the shirt and roll over top of the head and just start wailing on them. But some guys would go a little too far where they grab their helmet. But the helmet incident was because anytime I vert skated, I never wore a helmet. I didn't like having a helmet on my head. It felt like my head was being weighed on, which was a bad idea because when I bounced down those stairs, I hit caught twice and I had no helmet on when I hit the staircase. And that's the concrete staircase with that metal plate, which I'm glad that's why I didn't bust my head clean open, right? Because I felt my hand hit, my head came down on top of my hand when I bounced off the step. But I was out there with some bunch of guys and they're out there shooting hockey puck around. And my buddy just got this brand new helmet, right? Official hockey helmet. And I'm looking like, ooh, this is nice. $120 helmet. Like, ooh, real nice. And I tried on. He said, sure, I put the helmet on. No sooner I put the helmet on, bam, the back of my head. I got hit in the back of the head with a hockey puck. Yep. No sooner did I put the helmet on, someone smacked. It wasn't intentionally. It wasn't intentionally. They were back there playing around with the hockey puck. And it took airborne. It took flight. And it just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. And it struck me on the side of the head. And I went out and bought myself a helmet. Yep. Yes, sir. As many times as I've been down there, at that particular area playing hockey with these guys, I've never had that problem with getting hit in the head with a hockey puck. But that was the day I got hit. I went right down, had a couple of my friends and skated down to the skate shop, over to Modell's, got myself a helmet. And you want to know something else too? A lot of people don't realize this. When you do any form of aggressive skating, you can't come into the I don't know what travel rules might be, but when I was skating, you can't come in with fresh gear on. Your gear got to be marked up. You got to look like you basically been doing some damage on you. And you come to brand new pads, oh, you just got them brand new, huh? As I said, you got some expensive ones. I forgot what the expensive ones were. They were all white, big, huge white pads. They're like $100. I remember just for the knee pads alone, they're like $100. I can't remember the names of them. But I do remember, like, if you had, when I got my helmet, I had to take my helmet, I had to grind it up a bit in order to give it that kind of rough look, like, I've been doing damage. But yeah, man, I miss freaking hockey. I do miss hockey. I'll probably get back into it. Always time for something. Okay, this one's done. Woohoo! It's me, Mario. Okay, this for this. With the Engineer Kitty. Engineer Kitty. Okay, taps in. Common sense. Like, yep, I heard it. I heard it. I don't know, just told me not to jump. I jumped anyway. Caught it. Almost killed myself. Literally, almost died. And bounced down a bunch of staircases on my freaking head. I'm done. Not doing that anymore. Anybody want to buy some hockey gear? Some skate gear? I'm done. Let me see. Yeah, we're inside this one. I'm there for a minute. Okay, this one has to be reprinted. Wow. Let's see, what are you? You are for. You're to be reprinted. What are you? You are 2 gallons of Black Phoenix. 2 gallons of Black Phoenix. That is our best seller. Anytime we develop black screen paint, the black screen paint is our best seller. It sells the fastest. The gamer paint is good, but the black sells faster than all screen paint we make. Got caps on them. Those caps on them. Which I find interesting because this is the one paint that basically is slandered the highest by one individual, which we're not going to mention again, and it sells the highest. Top sellers. Oh yeah, I did it. I was trying to make sure. Yeah, I did put them in the black. tape is determined to or something. I'll behave. What you doing, Kitty? Wow. Danger Kitty. Danger Kitty. Wow. Okay, what we got here? We got 2 gallons of Invisible Phoenix. Invisible. Oh yeah, I told you Invisibles are out now. We got the Invisibles are out now. Yes, sirree. Wow. Wow. Invisibles are out. That's Invisible Phoenix right there. That's the one that takes it directly from the sun. Wow. Wow. What you talking about, kitty kitty? Well, okay, let me see. Good. Let me see what we got. The other one here. What's this one here? Nice and tight. Oh, I put the caps on. I didn't forget it, trust me. 2 ways you can go about doing this. I can wrap them together, which makes them even faster, or just do it this way one by one. But I should be doing it this way, which is a lot faster. God gives me instructions as I go along on how to do things a little better, more sufficient, which is actually much better this way too. And I should do it this way, which is a lot easier. I can do 2 at the same time and be done. Down. Nice and sealed. I'll do it that way for now, and that's easier, much easier. No one like that. Got a little bit to go, but we'll get it done. Just gotta get these done first. That one's a little easier because I know all those just go into one box because that's by him. That's his mix card of selection of which ones he wants. I just want to get the customers to make sure I get the customers. It does pinpoint it first because, like I said, I don't want to make it too much away. I want to take an extra one back of the gamer and say somebody required 2 of them and he's got 2 in his that I take away from a customer. I don't want to do that. I want to get these first. Customers out of the way first, and then I'll do his mixed collection, his mixed bag. Now we only do those for companies because they're ordering large quantities that can get them mixed up like that. We do the mixed ones because these are samples for them. Actually, wrap that the other way around. 2 pounds of Invisible Phoenix 19. Okay, so make sure you can put it on that one. I know people hate what I do, but I got people love what I do at the same time. You're gonna get that in every business. You're gonna have that. Every business you're gonna have that. Nothing new. People put dislikes on my account. That doesn't bother me. I don't care. I don't care about dislikes. No, that don't bother me at all. At the end of the day, as long as I do what I'm supposed to do, I do what he tells me to do. That's all that matters. All right, what's down here? What do we got here? We got 2 gallons of Silver Phoenix. Phoenix. That's going to be this one. I love the Silver Phoenix. Love it. It's good paint. It is. It has the contrast level capability. Cast on. I do want to do another mirror. I want to do another mirror because the mirrors on the silver are amazing. I definitely want to do another silver. Tight. Now, we're out of containers now, but I am going to be putting an order in today for another 36 gallon, we've got plenty of quarts, but another 36. So, we're going to start taking orders on Monday. You can put your orders in now if you want. Those will be taken care of. We have everything shipped out. Let's see, Wednesday we have everything shipped out. Much easier to do it that way. Much easier. Yeah, you know better. Don't do that. Do not tear at my screen. Hey, yeah, you. Cool it. Move it off. Let's go. Come on. Chop chop. Don't get in that attitude with me. You know, okay, you can be in the window with the door. I don't mind you being in the window, but if you want to start tearing up the screen, you gotta come out. So he talks back to me. I gotta use saying he, because remember, I found out it was a male cat. Talks right back to me like, what? I didn't do anything wrong. What are you talking about? You didn't say anything. Must be crazy. Talk right back to me. Where you arguing? Take going. This is another one bites the dust. All right, there you go. So the 20 feet, I mean the 20. All right, let me see. Right. Here we have 2 quarts of invisible. This one's being processed. Let's process that one. I gotta get some more for that one. Should be done today. This is about 1 quart of gamer paint. 1 quart of gamer paint. Let me see. Let's see right here. Yep. A little too hot in here for me. That's better. Okay, that works much better. Thank the Lord. Whew, cool air on me. A little too hot in the corner. Okay, so gamer paint. Might be the padded envelopes. What day is this for? The 21st. Okay, cool. This one's going up today. Well, they're all going up today, but it doesn't have to be reprint. I don't have to reprint this label because it's a new one. Good. All right, this one's good right here. I'll put this one right over here. This one is good. The size on it pretty good. We'll be all right. Keep up. Matter of fact, since this one's done, we need to get another label. Right, the label, cover over, mark on it. Let's see what we got. Yep. Interesting, I had no prices on it at all. No prices on that. Prices on that. Come on. There we go. Prices on that. Taken care of. Got this one, we have 2 quarts of invisible. This one came processed first. What's that one? This one is 1 gallon of invisible. That would be right here. That's all good. Okay, let me see. fan's on. Right there. Okay. I gotta get around that one. That'll work. What are you doing? Leave that alone. Yeah, learn, indeed. Go. Here's some plastic. There you go. I think it's for you to get into a battle over there. For 21st. Perfect. Here. Okay, we got left. This has got to be from tempered out. So let me see. Yep. That's from the contractor. So this is got from the contract. This is him. So now I can just wrap these up because I know exactly all these are his. That way I'm not taking anything from any of the customers. All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, we'll take this first, the gamer. I cannot wait for that Far Cry 6 to come out. Oh yes, I'm definitely going to be gaming on that screen. Woo! It's going to look amazing. Ah, man. Made a mistake here. Hold on. Got to put the caps on. There we go. Get out of the way now. How many got over there? Ooh, we got quite a bit over there. Ooh, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got a bunch of these left over. Whew. Man, it's fine. Just a little heads up real quick as I'm finishing up the rest of these orders real quick. This is for the naysayers out there real quick. You can notice, understand. Once that contract is officialized and signed, I'll warn you from the door so you know. But when it happens, I don't want to hear on YouTube tomorrow, oh yeah, they came after us. Don't want to hear anything from it. Once this contract is signed, the people are signing over with, they already are acknowledged about the whole Jamie incident. They know about that already, all right? Once this is signed on, anybody who chooses to go out and do a falsified demonstration against the product will actually be going against me and the other company, which means their attorneys on their end, again, I don't think you want to go down that road, to tell you the truth, honestly. So you won't be fighting with me anymore. You'll be fighting with 2 people at the same time. And what they have on their end for their legal team is way more advanced than what I have over here for mine, period. So just to get you a heads up. Because if you try to make a stand against them, they're going to come against you. Just to let you know. They got lawyers. They're actually quite well. Can handle their business very well. So, just so you know. There's no heads up there. It's not going to be where you think you can go in. I mean, at the end of the day, I couldn't care less if somebody makes memes or whatever. I don't care, because at the end of the day, he's going to court over this. We're going to court over this. So that's going to be taken care of. I'm not worried about that. That's all going to be squashed and taken care of. When I get done with that nonsense, like I said, I got plans to contact YouTube's legal department, because they got a choice. If he used your platform to do this stuff, you got a choice. Either you remove him altogether, or we basically file a lawsuit against you. So trust me, YouTube's not going to fight for him. They're going to remove him. He's going to be banned. So that's not a problem right there. And any other platform he used basically to slander our company's name, we're going to go after those platforms. So getting rid of him, that's not a problem. But for the other ones that want to go out there and play games, yeah, you will get served. You will end up in court. You'll end up getting sued. But nothing, you know. I don't care if people do side-by-side demonstrations. That's fair game. That's like me doing side-by-side demonstrations to Screen Innovation. It's fair game. But if I start going through saying, oh, Screen Innovation screens are a scam, and there's this, that, and the other, and deliberately darkening their screens to make them look bad, to make my product look bad, yeah, you're going to have a lawyer at your back door. Send you one of those little pieces of paper, that cease and desist, or whatever, where I'll butcher the name of it. And if you don't heed by that, then guess what? I'll see you in court. Get all your videos you want. They'll be done. Whoopsie. Got one more. 2 more to go. Oh, man. All right. I got another order next month coming in like this. So that's why I need to order that equipment, because man, I am not doing this one again. That's why it's a blessing to have the basement, because I'm not working. I couldn't imagine working with this stuff in my house like this. That's why I said I have it downstairs in the basement, separate from my house. But at the end of the day, like I said, this stuff right here, paints like this have to be stored in a basement. You always should, like I said, anytime when people ask us exactly like the shelf life for this stuff, it's 5 years. But if you're going to store it in your basement. See, somewhere where the temperature's going to be cool. Do not store this in your house. It should not be in your house. All my stuff is stored in the basement. But I could imagine working with this stuff in your house. We're processing orders. And we did a tape up here, right? Because up here, this is nothing. downstairs, that mixing and stuff. Oh, that's downstairs. And then the plus side of having, I guess for me, the plus side of having some respiratory issues is the fact that I'm actually sensitive to smells and stuff like that. So something like perfume, stuff like that will trigger me off real quick. So I know whatever I'm making down there, if I'm mixing something and it triggers off like a little response, I'm like, nope, can't use that. Get rid of it. That's it. It may not bother you, but the fact that I'm sensitive and it bothers me, I don't work with it at all, period. That's a nice shot. That's a nice golf cart. Golf cart. But yeah, I don't work with it at all, period. So, you know, I've had people make accusations that, yeah, his paint made him sick. No, my paint did not make me sick. If my paint made me sick, I wouldn't be doing this right now for this long. It'd be virtually impossible at all. I even had a statement from this fellow claiming for me to have COVID because I was coughing on camera. And I was coughing on camera because my lungs were hurting me because I couldn't get a hold of a specialist because I couldn't get hold of my medication and I couldn't get my treatment at that particular time. So that's why I was coughing on camera. You notice there's no coughing at all. And I'm vaccinated now. So, you know, no, never had it at all. Never left my house. Just unfortunately, I got sick because my lungs were killing me and I couldn't get a hold of a specialist to treat me at the time. But God worked all that out. I don't have any more coughing. I feel much better now than I did a couple months ago. Thank God. And things got better. You know, but like I said before, you know, people do stuff like that. Better mind comes in the word. It's a shame, but it's true. I couldn't imagine just thinking about stuff like that. Well, I did at one point. I was young. And I was young and I did dumb stuff in life. I thought about revenge on how to get back at people, but I don't do that anymore now. I mean, what's the point? What energy are you getting out of that? Nothing. All day long thinking about trying to hating on somebody. Nah. I don't do that mess. Kids do that nonsense. I have to be careful here nice and tight. Yeah. Right now, I'm guaranteed they hating this video right now. They're probably mad as can be. Mad as can be watching this video talking about, man, I hate this guy. I hate him. I guarantee you they're hating on this video. I don't care because I keep telling y'all, at the end of the day, no matter how much dumb stuff you try to throw at me, how you try to make my product look bad, you have to understand this. As I'm trying to get you to understand, my business is based off God. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Unless you have the power to overthrow God, and we all know you don't. None of y'all do. None of the corporations, none of y'all have that power to overthrow God. I'm not going anywhere. My technology is going to continue to rise. God's going to bless me to continue to develop and design new technology as He feels is ready for me to have. And my company is going to continue to grow. Just like the message I got back from where Jamie sat there and said that, I'm going to put you out of business. He sat there and said that God's going to disown you and throw you in the, throw you back and I guess the gutter, the neighborhood where I came from. He's going to throw you back. And no sooner than he made that comment, these people came in, wanted a contract through my company, and they ordered all this paint from me. No sooner he said that, and things started to change for my company. You can't prophesy saying what God's going to do, or God's going to do this and God's going to do that. No, you don't know God. God knows you, but you don't know God at all, period. For you to make such a statement like that, and God bless my hand. I don't see me being thrown out in the gutter. I started off with a small little rented room when I started off, and each time, my friends, I watch you progress. You went from one house to another bigger house to another bigger house. And like I said, my next house from here is 4 acres. My house is 7,000 square feet. That's the house I'm purchasing to buy. 6,000 to 7,000 square feet. It's the house I'm looking at right now. So God's done nothing but bless my hand. But it's a shame because, like I said, these are the same people that will come out there day after day after day with all these false accusations, and my product still sells. And I keep telling you, at the end of the day, it doesn't make a difference what you do or what you try or this, that, and the other. God is going to bless my hand. As long as I'm doing things right by Him and I'm doing the things I should be doing, then He's going to continue to bless my hand. If I'm doing something evil and dishonest, it's not going to bless my hand. He just bless the hand of the wicked. He doesn't say, hey, Satan, good job. He doesn't bless the hand of the wicked. So that's what you have to understand. All those efforts that you make to try to make my product unsellable, look at it. It sells. I got stacks of boxes on the floor and boxes over there. It sells. Because God has control over that. God has control of whether or not I make money or I don't make money. I live the next day or I don't live the next day. I'm healthy or I'm unhealthy. He makes that decision, not you. So no matter how much you try, at the end of the day, I'm still going to have my orders. I'm still going to have things that have to be done. And he's always going to take care of me. And that frustrates some people. But you have to look at the reality of it all. That's what it is. And as long as you continue to do what you do, he's just going to basically turn the other. He's not going to look at you in your direction. I would hate for the day when God sits there and turns his back on me and not look at me and not acknowledge my existence. But he doesn't look upon evil. He doesn't. And when you're doing stuff like that, God doesn't look upon you. He doesn't bless your hand. He doesn't give you nothing at all, period. He does not bless the wicked. Kitty, what you doing over there? You fighting something again? Always fighting something. Always fighting something. You battle kitty. Battle kitty. Oh, you battle kitty. Always fighting something. Always fighting. That's what they don't understand. They don't get that part. They don't get that part, you know? And that's why in that video, when I sat there this morning, when I got up, I said, you know, we're not even going to acknowledge this guy anymore. We're not even going to acknowledge his existence anymore. What's the point? What's the point of buying his products when we get them down here? They never work. Nothing works when we bring it down here. The products we had down here don't work. What's the point of wasting the energy on this nonsense? Now, like I said, yeah, I am going to take you to court. That's going to definitely happen. That's definitely going to happen. No doubt in my mind it's going to happen. But other words, just wasting the time of just doing demonstrations on your product, knowing they're not going to work, I got nothing to prove to you or anybody else. My product works. I got enough demonstrations to choke a horse. I've done demonstrations on levels that even big companies don't even do. And to bring your product down here that doesn't work at all, on what you claim it does, is a waste of my time. I said to them when I was watching the video today, I was like, why are you even doing this? This is just a waste of your time. You could be doing something like one of those certified screens in the back. Because we don't get any credibility off your work at all. Nothing off your work. You get credibility off me because my company is actually a lot more bigger than yours. It's bigger than yours. Our demonstrations are better than yours. I hate to say it, but it's true. No? So that's why you need my company to make your company look good. You have to have my company in order to springboard your company. You have to. But all that's going to change pretty soon anyway. But I don't need you. I don't get any credibility off you. I get more credibility off Black Diamond, or if I'm doing a demonstration against DMP Supernova, one of the high-end certified screens, or we're doing demonstrations outside in fully lit environments. We're swapping out projectors and doing stuff like that. But we don't get anything from you at all, period. We just do demonstrations to show people that, you know, you lie in your demonstrations. But I think I've proven enough of that in the last couple of weeks of you constantly lying and doing things you shouldn't be doing. So other than that, we're not going to acknowledge you anymore. You're a waste of, I'm not trying to be rude here, but he's literally a waste of our time. I'm not wasting my time at all, period. It's a waste of time. It's probably, get them down here, order them, they're not going to work. And what's the point of wasting my money on a product that when I get down here, it's not going to work? I'm wasting $107 on something that I could have made for $23, and it's not even going to work. And the fact that he's canceling his own, or canceling the orders is a huge red flag right there. It's not going to work. So, like I said, we're not going to acknowledge him anymore. If I'm going to be testing out my technology, I'm going to test it against all certifieds only. That's it. We're only doing all certifieds on that technology. That's what we're going to do. There's no point in basically wasting any more time on that nonsense. Like I said, you can, at the end of the day, you know, I sit there talking about defending my company. I can understand about defending my company, but to what point? Because like I said, our orders are not going to stop. Our company's not going to stop. Everything's going to be the same. So, you know, any videos you make, it's not going to disrupt anything I have over here at all, period. So it's all can continue to keep going on because of my trust is with my Lord and Savior. So that's not going to change. So I don't have anything to prove to you or your Crow Boys or anybody else. My proof is here. Anytime you see me, my proof is here. My demonstrations when I walk through my house. Matter of fact, check out my new intro video of me actually displaying the 8, I think it was the 8, me walking through my house with all the lights on and my screens are firing up. So we don't really need to prove anything. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. What are you talking about now? What you talking about? Are you quiet now? You only talk when I talk. You're funny. You're funny. You're a funny kitty. You're funny. Yeah, so we're not going to acknowledge you anymore. All right, these are all done. These are all done. These are finished. These are all down right here. Get ready for the heat gun. We're almost done. And I got to reprint my labels, which you can't be on camera for that. So that's private for these guys, for my customers. And that's it. Driver's going to be down in a few. Everybody's all taken care of. I got one order in the account right now that I got to get taken care of for today, and one order that's being processed to get that finished for my customer. And we're done. That's it. So as of today, we are not going to speak of his name. His product does not exist anymore to us because, like I said, it's a waste of my time. But as I said before, he's going to, whatever you try to do to get our attention, not really going to work. I mean, I had to realize that when I sat down, I came in the room and I looked at all the orders we have in here, and then the orders we got coming up next week. Like, what's the point of even bothering and acknowledging this guy? He's not doing any damage at all, period. And like I said, anything else, that he does, we'll wait till we go to court and we'll finish it off from there. That's what we'll do. We're good. I got those orders to do, because that order just came in. I got to do that order next. That's another order we got to finish up. Is this done? Oh, wait. I forgot we can do this together. These together. Easier that way. Much easier that way. Take it that way. Man, my table's empty. Oh my goodness. I can go back and do some projects. Oh, man. Tape. Tape there. Tape there. Okay. Tape there. Tape there. I got plenty of things. I gotta figure out how to get the rest of it. new one. I got one already opened up already. Not battery yet. Let's see. Battery time. Okay, I'm good. I'm good with battery time. Sure. Really? Come on now. I don't know why I keep leaving my scissors there. Bad habit. Leave my scissors there for some reason. Now do this, if I don't get the sides covered correctly, I gotta do it again. Gotta go over once again to make sure everything's covered up. There we go. Sometimes I get the sides right, sometimes I don't. If I get them wrong, then I just re-wrap them again on that one side. Again, leaving my scissors right there, exactly where I told you to leave them at. That's bad habit doing that. We'll start wrapping it twice. That way it cuts down the time over here. I can do that again. Ooh. we're gonna have another ship out date on Wednesday. Next I'm gonna order more containers today. And we got plenty of supplies downstairs, so we're good on that one. So our next ship out date is on Wednesday. I think Wednesday to Thursday and all that. For us to have we can't really do anything. I gotta wash my hands again. Dagnabbit. Oh shoot. Okay, hold on for a minute. That's my driver right there. To pick up the packages. Give me a minute. Yes, we're in the driveway. Hey, I'm ready to give you a minute, okay? I'm wrapping up everything right now. Oh, I got it. Okay. Oh. Yeah, you can like these my checkers right now. All right, that's the driver right there, on time. I got to print out these labels and get them done. So we're going to redo them. And we're ready to go. I love pressure. I love pressure. Woo! Done. Already taken care of. Okay. Because I love pressure. I love you, kitchen gun. Bam, bam. Kitchen gun, I get commercial. Nice. Really? Seriously? And I just have a knife in my hand. Oh, we got one. There we go. See him? Yeah. I love you, kitchen gun. Bam, bam, bam. Got dishes. Bam, bam, bam. Work as a chef in a restaurant. Pressure. All day long, pressure. Don't mind. I'm tired for a bit. I'm tired more. Done. All right, people. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration. Got to get out of it real quick. Got to get your package taken care of. We're going to be doing more orders on. I'm ordering more packages for containers today. Get them shipped in overnight. So we're going to have them on time for Monday, and we'll be shipping out on all next week. All right. Thank you. Got to go, and God bless.